Okay, so again, YouTube asked me to make a tutorial on how to make my healer board, the healer bot. Wow, the one featured in my last video. And I'm going to do something I hope will be as good. I'm going to show how to make the core instead of the entire bot, because this is kind of an evolved design. I started by making the core back at tier 7, and I've then kept adding stuff to it. Because it worked so very well. The only reason I've stopped is because I ran out of CPU. So yeah. Now the core thing is this thing in the middle. It is 8 tier 7 init shields with 4 hover blades and the pilot hidden in there. It is filled up with armor where there are no shields. As you can see, what the shield's kind of sunk in, so you only get one block opening in the side, to which everything is connected. And I started out with having a lot fewer. But basically evolution has gone as I started by adding these junctions out inside to get, instead of having a single healer on the side, I wanted 2. Then this junction proved to be kind of weak, which it is, so I added some frontal armor, also to protect the center itself. And then I added more top armor to protect myself against bombers and snipers and stuff like that. And then I downsunk the rear to add a healer that could actually heal forwards, which had too much weight, so I added another hover blade and more armor to protect that hover blade, which is still vulnerable from above, but that is that. Anyhow, I will now go on to showing you how to build the core. So what I basically do is I start off by getting the pilot seat in place, and then we need space for our shields. And there we go. Actually need more than that, because the bottom ones has to be sunken, so we only get a 1 block gap. The smaller the gap, the harder it is to bypass the shields. So yeah. Oh, come on, why is that not sitting there? There we go. And now we can start filling in. As you can see, I sunk it in 1 block at the bottom there. And we are just about there. I'm not sure if I actually just missed a shield, but whatever. And we are done with the basic defense. Now you want your propulsion in. That is not right. Oh, sorry. I know I'm not supposed to whistle while I have my headset on. That kind of kills people that are watching the video and have a headset on. So sorry about that. Anyhow, some movement. Let's pop in some tier 8 hover blades. And as you can see, they are mostly covered by the shield. Basically, we want all our essential items, that is basically just our hover blades and our cockpit, inside the shield, because even if all the nanos are shut off, we should be able to find someone to heal us, hopefully. Now, depending on how reinforced you want to make it, I mean, you can make it like this, where you just basically fill out the ends, but you can also put some cornered blocks and more blocks in here to make it more durable if and when your shields are shut off. Which will happen eventually, but yeah. So yeah, I'm probably gonna cut out the okay, I absolutely forgot what I was about to say, so never mind that. Yeah, we are still basically filling out, and there we got our basic bot. I mean, it's pretty much shielded. You have to hit a pretty small edge to bypass the shields. Let's just add a few corner blocks here to add some extra armor through our hover blades, and we are ready to add the nanos. You can also do this with the same design with SMGs, submolecular machine guns, but it's very ineffective because you would need a front-facing laser here and the side one, and you will rarely be able to shoot with all your guns at once. So that's just not advisable. But with the setup right here, you will be able to heal a bot directly below you with 4 lasers. You can also do the expansion that I mentioned before, where I had added, let's just see how is our width distribution. I think that should do it. I may need to make it a bit... Oh yeah, these are not the same size. So yeah, basically like that, you know. They won't be very protected. You may want to add a bit more armor to it. But this is basically the core of my setup. Except on my heal bot, I have sunk this one down and sunk this one down to a level where I can heal under instead of having to go by. That you can do by adding a bit more. I'm not sure if this will be too much weight. That's why I have the 5th hover blade on my other heal. That's because this setup and the rear added weight, which was undesirable. Now you can add rudders to the rear that will decrease wobbling a lot. Also your stability while running, but it will make it turn a lot slower. So let's just see if this works. I didn't even look at the tier, but we'll check that when I get back. So yeah, that is basically a pretty sturdy healing bot. I mean, okay, the nanos will get shut off very easily on this. You may want to add some energy shields out there, or more, for example, some tier 3s, or just add more armor. Now, energy shield is, in my opinion, always preferable to armor on a healer because you're not supposed to take damage. You are supposed to at most get shot a little bit, then get into safety, as you can see in my previous video how I play on my healing bot. But yeah, so I see a lot of very tanky guys, but in my opinion you want agility and you want energy shield so you can move fast between the ones you want to heal, and you can also avoid damage as much as possible. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm not even sure if a tier 3 can fit there. It can. So yeah, you could add a few tier 3s, or at least for some frontal defense. Perhaps make a setup where you do something like that. Yeah, it adds some defense. It's not a whole lot, but it adds some defense, you know. And we're still below tier 8, so basically since we're already in tier 7, you can just add all the stuff you want up till tier 8. But this will make for a pretty effective tier 7 healer, in my opinion. Could use some, but yeah, whatever. That is basically my guide tutorial thing for making a healing bot for tier 7 and upwards. I hope you can see the connection between how this looks right now and my bot here, which I need to fix again. But yeah, that's basically the same core, and then I just expanded a healing blade and so on. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful, and if you have any questions regarding this video or Robocraft in general, feel free to ask in the comments below. See ya!